Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate your time and support on the channel. So today, I was looking through my videos that need to go up in the next few days, and I filmed 2 looks with this. Well, I actually filmed 3 looks with it. I don't know, about a week and a half ago. Whoops! Nice one, Andrea. And yeah, I filmed three looks with it, but the last look, which I did with this red tone shade here, I don't know whether I've deleted the footage. I think that's most probably the case. My mind has been all over the place recently. So I've probably done that. I probably filmed 2, maybe 3 videos at once and not put that one up. So we're going to go and do that look again. We're going to recreate it. So what I'm going to do now then, guys, is just put this cream ivory shade down. Got brushes literally everywhere. Lipsticks everywhere from yesterday's look. Right, we'll just use this one. It's not the brush I would normally use. I'd normally use a bigger one, but we're just going to go in with this fake Real Techniques Bold Metals collection that I got from eBay many years ago. So, shall we zoom in now? Because I always forget to zoom in, so let's zoom in at this point. Allergies are playing up again, sniffling like crazy. I think what I'm going to do is get some of that Tease. Apparently it stops your nose sniffling and your eyes as well, because it could very well be hay fever. So I'm going to try that. Okay, right, so now then, I've got a couple of new makeup brushes. Well, I say a couple, I've got quite a lot. I've got face brushes and eyeshadow brushes. I've shown the face brushes in the previous video, but you're not going to see it for a while, so you'll see them again now. Sorry, not the face brushes, the eye brushes. So what I'm going to do is use these. So the Real Techniques, that's the blend shadow brush, and this is the Real Techniques apply shadow brush. So I think what I'm going to do is go in with this one. Just we'll go within this one first for the crease, and then sweep that one underneath. And then the shade that I want to use, so this one is called Boss, by the way. Then the next shade I want to use is this one here. So that one is called Dusk. So I kind of know what I want to use already because I've done this look before. Oh, and this palette, by the way, if I've not told you, it's the Lottie London, the Mauves palette. So this is the first time of me using these Real Techniques brushes as well. Yeah, it's blending out. It's blending out quite well, and I did say in the Real Techniques video that if I like them I'll get some more, because you get 2 for £8, which is really inexpensive. Blending it out really well. And I could do with a few more brushes like this. I don't have too many blending brushes, so yeah, that's being blended out really well. Just gonna kind of take it to the outer V there. Right, then I'm going to go back in with Boss just for the brow bone highlight. So last night, well, early hours of this morning, I would say, I couldn't sleep, and I'm still subscribed to Jacqueline Hill, and her video came up and it was quite a long video, but the title kind of got me. I can't remember what it said, something about needing to talk. Let's see if I can tell you what it is. Yeah, I thought I was right. So yesterday it came up and it said we need to talk, and it just kind of drew me in. I've not watched one of Jaclyn Hill's videos for a very long time, and she just looks so raw, so vulnerable in the video. I was just kind of really intrigued to what she had to say, and she did bring up the lipsticks, and she did say a lot of people are just not going to believe me, they're not going to believe what I've got to say. If you don't want to watch it, just click off. Kind of what every YouTuber who's popular says, if kind of they've got something controversial to say. But yeah, I'm just wondering if you guys watched it. I mean, she's being body shamed a lot just because she's put weight on, and we all put weight on, especially as we get older. So yeah, we're all, you know, guilty of putting weight on, and I just feel like, leave the poor woman alone. I mean, I'm not her biggest fan. I've not bought anything from her line, but I mean, it was one mistake, and yes, it was a big mistake, and yes, she's had to pay the price. It's like she said in the video, she didn't make anything from that whole lipstick gate, as we're calling it. And, you know, she gave everyone the money back, so just let it go already. Right, so it's about an hour later, so I've got 3 batteries, and I just wasn't getting the amount of battery life, so I've charged one fully now. And I was just saying about Jaclyn Hill, you know, how unfair it is that these popular influencers always kind of, they get a hard time, don't they? And I do think it's unfair. Some of it could be seen as being justified just because of everything that's happened with her. I mean, I don't watch her channel too much. I used to in the early days, but I don't watch her channel too much. I tend to watch smaller YouTube channels, which I really like. I only watch a handful of bigger influencers, but that doesn't mean it's right for other people to sit behind a computer and kind of come for it. I really feel like in this day and age we should be kind, not cruel, and yeah, I really did feel sorry for her. So, right, so we just put that shade on. Yeah, and I'm liking the way it's looking. So now then, I'm going to go in with a deeper shade. Right, I think I'll go in with this one. So this one up here is called Power. And we're going to go in with the other brush, so the blend shadow brush. Gets in the outer V really nice. Just deepening that out. I might go in with the even darker shade yet. And I'm going to try and cut the crease as well. There is absolutely zero fallout with this palette, guys. It's really good. And I'm going to go back in with that brush that I used before, just to blend it out even more. There's no extra colour on it. I think I'm going to get some more of these brushes. They're really good. Okay, so let's use what I used yesterday to... Oh, it's here. Right, I still haven't taken the stopper out of the Revolution Conceal and Define, but when I'm cutting my crease, I use this. So what I've been doing, I mean, there's all that product here. And when I put it on the back of my hand, on it, barely anything goes on. So I've just been putting it on the brush and applying it direct from the brush. And that seems to go on better, so let's do that. Yeah, the stopper definitely needs to come out. These allergies are driving me insane. They're making me nose water so much. Okay, so now then, what I tend to do with these shimmers, well, all shimmers in fact, I tend to just go on my finger, but I've got a new brush here, and this one is the Real Techniques. I think it's the 328 or the 320, no, it's the 328, and it looks like this, and this is supposed to apply shadow really well. I don't know if it's going to, but we'll try it. Just get a nice healthy amount on this brush. And you can use these with creams as well, but obviously we're not going to be using a cream today. I would say it's going to go on better with a finger, so let's apply with a finger. So that's the shade there, it's a really nice red. Yeah, so overall I'm pretty darn impressed with this palette, guys. Yeah, that's looking nice. So I'm not sure how that Real Technique brush performs, but with this particular eyeshadow that I'm using, it doesn't perform well. It might perform better with a cream eyeshadow, and if it doesn't, then I'll probably just use it for inner corner highlight, or like on the lash line, which we can try now as well, because it's that type of brush. It's really quite domed, so we can use it for those. So I'm just wiping it off. Did I tell you what that shade was called? I don't think I did. No, it's called Tease. So now then we're going to go in with this shade here, which is called Fierce. This is just the inner corner highlight. And we will be spritzing the brush. I just want to get this down first. I think this brush isn't the right kind of brush for inner corner highlight. Not for inner corner highlight, for lash line. I'll just get the setting spray. I need a better brush. Try this one. This one from Primark seems to always work. It's a double-ended brush, so we will try that. Going in with the shade Tease. Right, so I wouldn't really say it's any more pigmented. Right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz this brush as well, and then we can go in with the inner corner highlight. So this is part of the new brush collection that I've got, and I have done a haul on it, so you will get to see me unbox them and things like that. And again, that's not looking overly pigmented with a wet brush either. Okay, so now what we need is a lash line brush, which I can use this Zoeva one. And for that, I think I'm just going to mix those two shades together. I'm not going to tightline today. I'm just going to put the Rimmel Scandalise Volume on Demand. So let's put quite a healthy coat on. think the battery's going in this light that I've got. I'll have to change it over after this video because I've got one more video to do. I wouldn't say they're that voluminous. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say that they are. I'm not too sure about how I feel about this. Considering it's twice the price as the Essence one, I don't know if I would recommend it at this stage. And I've been using it for nearly a week now. So normally at this point I'm like, yeah, I really like it, or no, I don't. And I'm kind of indifferent about it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and grab a lipstick and then we'll be done. And for lipstick, because I've used mauve tones, I thought I would use this little Becca one. So this is in the shade Orchid. It's really, really pretty. So let's pop it on. Right, so this is the overall look. Let me just come a little bit closer. So this is what we're looking like. It's pretty dark. I'm sure it's the light that's going. Let me just change the battery. Yeah, that's much better. So that's the problem with this external light that I've got. It's really brilliant for lighting. You've got all these different settings on it, but it runs through AA batteries so much. So if you've seen my external light, what I use on the channel, it is on there. I will leave a link to it just in the card section if you've not seen it, and you do want a external light for your camera, I would recommend it. They are very inexpensive. They're like, I think I paid about between £10 and £15 for mine. I can't remember the exact price. I think it might have been 10. And like I said, they are really good, especially if you film at night like I do. But they run through AA batteries so much, so you need to get a rechargeable plug and rechargeable batteries, and then you can just switch it over when you see that it's going, like I've just done. So this is the overall look. So you can see that much better. So now let's talk about the palette. I nearly forgot to talk about it. So it's Lottie London, the Mauves. Is absolutely beautiful. So the only shade I haven't used is this one. No, this one, sorry. I've just used that one. Is this like bronzy shade here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the swatches, even though you've seen them on my eye. I thought I would do the hand swatches that I always do. So they go on like a dream, guys. So that's the first swatch, and that one is called Power. And then we've got this one is my favourite eyeshadow in the palette. It is absolutely stunning. It gives you that wet foiled eyeshadow look that the Colourpop Super Shocks give you, and I am all about that. So that's that one, and it's only one swatch, guys. Look how reflective it is. So you can see this one in action on day one. Look one. Can't remember the rest of the eyeshadows that I used because it's been a hot minute since I actually filmed it. And then we've got this one, which I use as a crease eyeshadow, which is called Power. So that's that one there. Then we've got this one down here, which I haven't used yet, but does look really nice. That one's called Fierce. That's that one there. So you're only getting one of these kind of reflective shades. I wish all the shimmers were like that, but obviously then that would bump up the price of the palette. Then we've got this one here, this like lilac shade here. That one's called Veil. That one is the most powdery one in the palette, but if you use your setting spray, it will definitely become more pigmented. That's what it looks like on the finger. And you'll be able to see, you can't really see it that well, but I'll do 2 or 3 swatches of this one just purely because it won't come up otherwise. Do one more. It's very powdery, but when it's on the eyes it looks so pretty, and I use that with Day 2 Look 2, so it's a really nice like lavender lilac purple shade. And then we've got the shade here, so that one is called Minx, which I've said before, it really does remind me of my niece. We call her Minx, or the little Minx. That's because she's always getting up to mischief. she's 11 and she's just at that stage now where she doesn't do it really with me, but she's very, I would say she talks back a lot. Whenever I hear it, I say to her, don't be so cheeky to your mum, you know, it's not nice, that, love. And she kind of like goes, because she's not used to me telling her off. So that's Minx. And then we've got this cream shade down here. So that one's quite powdery as well. So we've got this one down here. So that one's called Boss. And I don't think this is going to pick up. You can obviously see it on my finger, but when it comes to skin tone, I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Let's swatch that a couple of times. So that's that one there. Then we've got this like red toned one, which I've got on the eyes now, which is beautiful. That one's called Tease. I never thought I'd like shades like this. This is quite soft as well, but it's not as soft, and the formula is not as wet as that one. Well, it's not the formula that's wet, it just looks wet and reflective on the eyes. So that's that one there. And then the last matte in the palette is Midnight, which is the shade here. So I've used 8 eyeshadows out of the 9 in 3 days, which isn't too bad. The next time Pretty Random pulls it out, I will use this shade here, and then we can say we've used the entire palette. So on first impression, guys, if you like this kind of colour story, if you like the mauve colour story, you're going to really enjoy this. I paid £3.99 for it. It was on sale at Look Fantastic when I bought it. Bought it with a few other things, and I thought, well, that looks a pretty palette, why don't I get it and try it? So I did do, and there was other ones as well. They had a rust one, so kind of like really orange toned, warm toned eyeshadow palette, but I didn't get that one. I just wanted this one because I don't have too many shades like this in my collection. So yeah, I thought I'd get it, and I'm not sorry, guys. It really is a beautiful palette. It's worth it just for this shade here alone, and then you've got some beautiful mattes. So this concludes my overall look. So again, this is how we're looking. And the palette is just absolutely stunning. Like I said, I would recommend it if this is the kind of colour story that you want. And this concludes my mini review on the palette. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching today. It really does mean a lot to me. Please like, it really does help out the channel. Share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.